they used to all know how to play harmonicas. And I don't mean that little harmonica, like that. They were really into this. They used to buy big, like harmonicas, like big like this. And they made harmonicas that had like an attachment or something. And they all used to get together and they used to play harmonicas. And they really knew how to play like songs, like on these harmonicas that you hold. And they were like, I don't know, they must have saved their money. Like, 'cause they all had jobs, little jobs and all. And then I told you they all went to service. So years and years later, my cousin Ralph, who was the oldest one, the one that scared me when I was little, well, I was godmother to his first baby. Because his wife liked me so much. She thought I was so beautiful. I don't know why. I was so skinny.
Because you are.
Like my legs were like. So anyway, she still liked me. She said, "Oh, would you like to be, godmother?" And I'll tell you, I don't think I was like. I think I was in high school, right? For a little while.
Yeah.
My mother said, "You can't say no. You gotta say yeah." But she knew that they were going to ask me. She said, like, it's an honor. So she said, you have to say yes, and then I'll buy, like, the suit and everything. I didn't have a job. I didn't have no money. So she said, you don't have to worry about that. I'm going to buy it. So I don't know who bought it. But I remember my mother knew ahead of time. And she said to me, you got to say yes. And I'm like, really? Like, I'm in high school. Like, they want me. Why? Like, why me? Why did they pick on me? And I don't even know who the, I guess it was godfather too. You have to have a couple.
Yeah.
I don't know who the other one was. I don't remember. I just remember we had to go to church and all. And I said, oh, geez, I got to hold the baby? I never held a baby in my entire life, right? And I got in church, I got to hold the baby, they're going to throw water on it. I was going to cry, So I'm thinking, oh, God, why me? But that's what happened. So Ralph, talk about Ralph. Years later, when his son was an adult, and when I lived in Kowloon, him and his wife, and even his son and his daughter, they were like teenagers, right? They used to come to visit me all the time, right?
They just like you.
Yeah, they used to come all the time to visit me. And I still remember my son Mark and Carmi, they used to have this thing that they used to roll down the steps, like forward and backwards, right? And they'd be sitting on the sofa, and these kids would be doing it, and they would go, oh, 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 and I'd be sitting there real calm, like, oh, they do that all the time, right? And they would be like, they're going to get hurt, they're going to get hurt. I said, oh, no, they do it all the time, you know? So, because I have crazy kids, They never tried to jump out of the window or anything, but I mean, they were rough and tumble, okay? So they used to come all the time. So one time I said to Ralph, I said, Ralph, remember how you and your brothers used to all play the harmonicas and used to play really good? I said, do you still play the harmonica? And he said, oh, don't even mention a harmonica to me. And I said, why? He says, well, I was in the war. He said, we were on an island, and there was like Japs on the island and us. And he said, so the war was going on, right? So he says, me and another guy was in a Jeep driving down the road, and we heard like big trucks coming. Well, that's dangerous, because, it might not be Americans. So we jump out of the Jeep, and we run and get hide in the bushes or whatever, right? And we can hide. He said, so this truck comes along, and these Japs get out of this truck and they're all talking, and have their rifles and all, and they're looking all around. Because one's going to look in the Jeep, and the other ones are, looking all around. There was like 3, I think. And they're saying, well, I guess there's nobody, like, and they were anxious to look at the Jeep. to start going through the Jeep, and taking everything.
Mhm.
And then he had a harmonica, and he had it in there. And he says, all of a sudden, he says, I heard the harmonica music. And he said, oh my God, he says, we were so scared, me and that guy. He said, we shit ourselves. And I hear the harmonica playing, right? And I'm thinking, oh God, I hope they don't find us. He says, like, we were so scared, we literally shit ourselves. Excuse me? He says, but we did. Because we figured we're going to die, And nobody's even going to find us over here, like the Americans, because we're like in the middle of nowhere, only me and him, and a Jeep, which they're going to steal, right? So we'll be laying here and rotting the rest of our lives, right? That's what I'm thinking, right? And he says, I hear harmonica. And then they all start laughing. Like, like, oh, look what it does. Like, I guess they never saw one, I don't know. And they're all excited. Then he says, I can hear them all hollering like, and he says, I guess they all wanted to play the harmonica. And they must have been, and I'm thinking, oh, we're thinking, get the hell out of here. Take the damn Jeep and get out, right? So he says, so they take the Jeep, they take everything, the harmonica, and the whole time he said they're driving away. Somebody's playing this harmonica down the thing, right? And he said, I never wanted to hear a harmonica the rest of my life. He said, I can't hear a harmonica without getting like, I said, well, you're not going to do anything, are you? Here, on my sofa? And he started laughing. And he says, well, I don't mean that. He said to me, but he says, I go right back to that time in my life. And he says, I would never touch a harmonica. Never.
Harmonica saved his life.
What a story, though. And he said, we were like that close to being dead. I says, well, you ought to be grateful for the harmonica, because maybe they got so excited like, about
distracted
that,
them.
Yeah, that they gave up looking for you,
Mm-hmm.
And he says, well, you know what it is. They really want, like, what they could find in there,
Yeah.
good stuff, whatever. And he says, then they took the Jeep and they took the truck. So me and him were stranded without nothing. And we had to, like, go walk through, like, the bushes and stuff where nobody could see us. We couldn't go out on the road.
Yeah.
Because then we realized, oh my God, they're right around here, So he says, well, we got back, and we were happy to be alive, and we had to go take a shower.